Hi, this is Karen and welcome to another dolallycrafts Sunday Sketches. I'm glad you can join me today. This is a very rough version of the sketch that we're going to do today. You'll be able to find the original version of the sketch if you follow the link down below in the descriptions. It'll take you straight to the folder on my Pinterest where I got this sketch from. As I said, this is a really rough version of it. This is the masculine version of the card that we made for this particular sketch. As you can see, the back layer there was put in with the wave looking bits and pieces there that I got from the Swirly Scribbles die set. The circles on this were actually made with real red using the back of the small Swirly Scribbles flower. I just mounted it the wrong way on the stamp block and used it to do some rough circles all over the back of on the Whisper White. And then I don't know whether you can see that. I'll lift that. See, let the light catch it. I actually covered each of the circles with the fine tip glue pen. Just to give them a little bit of dimension there. And then, of course, I just put the, for the little item that they've got on the sketch here, I just used the sailboat from the Swirly Bird stamp set. So I hope you like that card. That's the male version. And the female version, we're going to be using these colours. What you will need for this is some of our white linen baker's twine, our Jules Basic Pearls, some dimensionals, and the Sweet Sayings set, which I'm going to be using the same as I did last week. My Heart Smiles, Just Thinking of You, which is this one down the bottom. I'm trying to, I decided this week, after seeing another demo's card, look, we'll start with making this one and I'll talk as I go. After seeing another demo's card this week, it was absolutely gorgeous card that she'd made, but she used 3 different stamp sets, and if you don't have the money, sorry, I didn't have my fast fuse out. If you don't have the money to purchase a whole stack of sets, all I find you really need is some nice paper, your favourite colours, some base cards, one really nice phrases stamp set. That's all you really need. Now, all of these pieces that I'm using here, you'll be able to find the dimensions on my blog. Now, I ran this one through, I think it's called the Petal Burst embossing folder. It took me forever to find it in the mess that is my craft table at the moment. So it's this one from Stampin' Up. I think it's called Petal Burst. So I ran the mint macaron through that. Now I'm going to layer some of, this is the Love and Affectionately Yours DSP, I think, Specialty DSP. And I'm just going to mount that on some of the Watermelon Wonder, which is one of the colours in the set. As I said, you'll be able to find all the measurements on my blog. But yeah, when I was looking, as I said, the card that this demo had done on YouTube was a gorgeous card, but she used so many stamp sets, and I thought, well, if you're just starting out with Stampin' Up, or you'd like to get into card making, it's going to be really intimidating when you see just how many stamp sets some of the demos actually use. And you'll be thinking to yourself, oh, I don't know whether I really can get into this. There's just too many that you've got to fork out so much money to begin with. But really, you don't. You just need some really basic stuff, and that's what I'm trying to use with this. And I've just realised I was going to wrap baker's twine around the bottom one. It's not going to happen. I forgot to do it because I was too busy chatting, obviously. Anyway, as you can see, I've used my strip of dimensional tape because I want to make sure that this stays flat. Now, I don't know whether you can see, I'm actually measuring to try and keep it an equal distance from both sides and also top and bottom of this one. So there we go. There's our second layer. Now, to do this last one, okay, I'm back again. I found my Stampin' Majig and my piece of acetate that they provide with it. So we're going to now use the Stampin' Majig to get perfect placement with our stamp. So I'm going to use Night of Navy ink. So what you do, line the piece of plastic into the T part, into the corner part of the T here, and stamp down. So now we know that wherever we want to place this on our cardstock, it's not exactly centered there, I know. I need it because of what I'm adding next. So we know that that's in the right spot, so we'll move that away, ink up our stamp again and fit the stamp down, hold it there a second, straight back up. Beautiful, perfect placement there. So I'll just pop this away. Okay, now a bit more of the fast fuse on the back there, and we're going to place that on our layer like so. So we've got perfect placement of that, and that is going to slide just on there. So I just need some thin dimensional strips. So I'll bring out my dimensionals from, might actually use the strips themselves. As you know, Stampin' Up! Also now have brought out dimensional strips as well as the dimensionals hexagons as well. So these are perfect. So I will line that down there so that it's going to give us some support off the edge. I must have trimmed that at some stage. So peel the backing off, and then just on the other side like so, and I've done it again off 2, 3, and then there we go, we've got that done 3 times. See, there's always a way of fixing your messes. So pop that and just make sure I've got plenty of sticky on the back of that, and then that will go just down there. So we'll stick that like so. So that's our 3 layers done as per 1, 2 and 3. Now, because I stuffed up there, I'm going to trim off another piece, and we will pop that under, bring it across, tie it into a knot, and just trim it like so. Now, I don't actually have any nice Daffodil Delight cardstock at present. So what I did, I got my ink pad, and as you can see, I just covered that with Daffodil Delight ink straight from the pad. That is my Petite Petals punch, and I know it only has the one little detail there, but I'm going to actually pop 3 on. So I also need glue dots. So here we go. pop a glue dot there and one of our petite petals there, another one on this side of the yarn or twine, and another one on this side of the twine, and then we come out with our basic pearl gems, and we're actually echoing the little yellow flowers that are in the background paper there by popping one of our basic pearls into the center of each of the petite petals blossoms. And then all we need to do is just, for a bit of dimension, lift up each of the, oops, doesn't want to come up, each of the petals, just bring them up a little bit to give them a little bit of dimension. Like so. And that is this week's Sunday sketch. So there's the sketch that we started with. That's the card, the feminine version of the card, and the masculine version of the card. I hope you like those. Really easy to make. I will say that when I originally did the petite petals, I was using some of the Nuvo crystal drops to give more of a white look, but these haven't dried, and my daughter was giving me a hand here in the craft room, actually stuck her finger through one and totally ruined it, but that gives lovely dimension, as you can see. If we can get the camera to focus, maybe. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, you can see the dimension on that one. But I think it still turned out really nice using the pearls. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this week's Sunday sketch, and I will see you next week. Don't forget, we have Friday Frenzy coming up on Friday, and yeah, have a great weekend. I hope you've had a great weekend, and I hope you have a great week. See you later.